Get that? Got it?
Got it.
All right. So what's up? What's up, millions? I know you missed us. I know you're like, where are the CJ Squared crew? Where are they at? We're back. And we have one of our guest commentators with us tonight, my man C Double. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me go ahead and mute my live screen. You heard that double talk, right? So yeah, I had to mute that. But yeah, we're back again. We got me, JB. We got my man Joseph Neal, aka Joey, the Don. We got my man Chris, and we got my man Chris, the infamous C Double.
We're C squared, J squared tonight.
Yeah, we're C squared, J squared right now. That's right. Definitely C squared, J squared. Okay. All right. So, we're back, right? Let me guess what's going on. We have the baseball is getting playoff time, right? We have one division, was it the AL division conference, whatever you want to call it in baseball. My bad, baseball fans.
Yeah, you better not.
Whatever you want to call it, is coming down to the wire. We got 4 teams. We got 2 spots available. On the NL side, it's pretty much wrapped up. All I need is my Braves to go ahead and finish the Phillies tonight, and we're in the playoffs, and the playoffs are set. What you going to say, Joey?
Oh, no, go on.
Okay. And that is what our first topic is tonight for the crew, right? Which team in the American League wildcard race are you back? And it's kind of a loaded question for these two. So, but we still gonna see what their answers are. So we'll start with you, Joseph.
My water boy raising the hand. Thank you for calling on me. Chris, JB, C Double. Clearly, C-double. There's only one team that I'm going to be back. One team, the Bronx Bombers, the Pinstripes. They are on fire hitting the ball right now. Did anyone see what Stanton did last weekend? Did anyone see what Giancarlo did last weekend? Let me tell you what he did. Let me remind everybody. The names of Ruth, Mays, Gehrig, and Stanton are now together because they're the only names that have in a series in Boston against the Sox hit 3 home runs and double-digit RBIs. He murdered the ball, and he continues to murder the ball. The lineup is strong right now. The lineup is Aaron Judge. He did dislocate his pinky Sunday night. His left pinky doesn't seem to be bothering him because he hit, I believe, his 38th home run tonight. The Yankees are dangerous right now. I'm a little concerned about the $300 million man right now who's pitching like caca. But overall,
so you back in the Yankees
on a one game, give me this Yankees lineup right now.
Are the Yankees going to make the playoffs? They're going to make it.
They will make the playoffs, and the way they're going, they will host in the Boogie Down. All
right. I got a response to that, but I'm gonna let Chris go. Go ahead, Chris. Tell me what you have.
So I'm backing as a fan here. I'm going Red Sox. I actually think Toronto is probably the team that I would not want to face just because of that lineup. And you got Robbie Ray is an MVP. So this is strictly as a fan, hoping that the Red Sox can somehow limp, because that's really what they're doing right now. I mean, that we were just talking about how they lost to the Orioles on Tuesday. They beat them last time, and that was with Sale going. Then they lose to the Orioles tonight. So they are really limping in. Basically, I'm hoping that they've got the Nationals to finish out, and I'm hoping that just the Nationals have already given up the season anyway, and that they can somehow just kind of hold on. I would be surprised though I mean, you never know when you get into a one game wild card. I don't think they can win a series against the other squads, but I think in a one game playoff, they have the shot and they have the hitters. They don't really have the pitching this year, but their lineup is still deadly. They've got Devers, who Joey loves.
Love him.
Bogarts, Martinez. I mean, they've got the hitters, but I'm backing them strictly as a fan. This is not usual Chris analytics. This is strictly, and this is rare for me.
This is rare territory.
This is the visceral Chris.
This is rare territory for me. So
visceral.
I'm just hoping that from here. Oh yeah. So I think they have enough to win a wild card game, and then you never know. That's more what I'm going with. Is just you never know.
Okay. So what I took from the question was when I looked at it, I said, you know what, JB, you ain't been looking at baseball. Let me look at these standings real quick. And I peeped the standings. The Yankees and the Red Sox really didn't have a difference there. The Mariners were 0.5, a game, half a game behind, and the Jays were a game behind. And I was thinking, two of these teams not making the playoffs.
Right.
So I was thinking, which team had the worst chance of making the playoffs? Now, the ESPN prediction had the Yankees having a 98% or 93% chance of making it. Mm-hmm. But then I looked at who the Yankees were playing. I was thinking to myself, if I'm the Rays, don't I want to put the Yankees out of the playoffs?
They don't like us.
If we can beat the Yankees 3 hot, we may eliminate them.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm thinking, you got the Sox playing the Nationals. Mm-hmm. You got the Mariners playing the Angels and the Jays playing the Orioles. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, the Yankees may not make it into the playoff itself, the wild card playoff. Because they got to play the Rays. But, the Rays may be like, they may pull a Avery Johnson and be like, you know what? We ain't worried about them, right? Remember when Avery Johnson told that to Golden State? We not even going to play our starters in the regular season. And then they go to the playoffs and get blown out.
We going to sit everybody down. We ain't worried about anybody.
So,
we just going to sit everybody down.
I don't know, man. I mean, who am I backing? I'm not backing none of the teams. Especially not the Yankees. No, Lord, no. I would never back the Yankees. Ever.
So that as a
and not
fan,
because Joey likes them, because everybody else likes them. No, I'm done.
So
no
if you
Yankees
had
for
to
me.
choose right now, JB, if you had to go Mariners or Toronto, who do you think has a better shot of those two? Toronto.
Looking at who they're playing, if Toronto can't beat the Orioles 3 games to make that thing, I got Toronto. I mean, they got the Orioles.
Yeah,
the Orioles are the worst team in the AL, right?
Well, and you figure Toronto is in a one game. They've got probably the Cy Young winner, right?
Yeah.
And they've got a loaded lineup. I do not want to see Toronto. Nobody wants to see Toronto because of those teams. They got the best pitcher.
I want to see him.
Y'all beat them tonight. Who are you going to throw out there?
We're going to throw Garrett Cole out there.
Garrett Cole hasn't been pitching like Ray has.
No, he has not, but Ray gave up 4 ding-dongs tonight.
Andy Pettit is not walking through that door.
Marshall Clemens is not coming.
Yeah, come on now.
What's that closer y'all used to have back in the day? That nasty closer y'all had?
Oh, the Sandman.
The Sandman.
He was nasty.
He's not walking through that door.
He was the first unanimous Hall of Famer ever.
Yeah. He was nasty. You did not want to see him at the end of the game. No way.
Oh, no way.
All right. Anyway, hey, the baseball is heating up, man. It's almost October. Baseball is heating up. Shout out to the Atlanta Braves for clinching their playoff spot tonight. Let's go. Probably going to nut up in the playoffs as usual, but we'll see.
It would have been. It would be interesting to see what their odds when Acuna went down. What their odds were to even make the playoffs.
I know, right?
I would have been like, somebody's making some money.
That's
For
a great
sure.
management job.
The guy who pitched not last night, I forgot the guy's name. He's been hot though. Like he's like 10 out of his. They're hot too, right? I think they won 9 of their last 10.
Yeah.
And that pitcher they got is real hot.
Free. It wasn't free.
Is it Morton? I think it's Morton. It's either Morton or the other guy.
Morton pitched 2 nights ago, and Free pitched last night. I think it was.
So I think Morton was the one that's like really, really, really hot.
But
right
Morton's crucial in the play. He's the one who was on Tampa Bay last year, and he was on Houston when they were really good. He's going to be. I mean, he's really good in the playoffs. So
that's what you need pitching in the playoffs,
right.
baby.
Especially when you're going against the Dodgers and those guys.
Yep. And I kind of jumped over a topic, but I'm gonna go back to it. Of course, you know we do our college picks every week because once again, I gotta remind you, my man Joey, one of his hot takes was that he's going to have a 50% of above 50% on his picks. Right now, he's looking really good, but it's early, and like he always tells me, it's a marathon,
JB.
not a sprint. Right, and like last week, Joey was 7 out of 12. Great job. But Chris and Buttons hit 8 out of 12. I came up to 50%. I'll take it. I'll take 6 out of 12. Now, my man C Double and my man Hot Rod, not so fast, my friend. They were struggling a little bit, but I'm sure they're gonna make a comeback this week, right? So
have you shared the updated grid?
It's always there, man. It's always there for you, C Double. All you gotta do is click on the link, baby. So it's always there.
Who's leading right now?
It's always updated.
Okay.
Who's leading
look at it. It tells you that grid tells you your picks how you did every week, young buck.
I may have to go into my bag.
Yeah, go into your bag, young buck. Go into your bag. All right, so we got you up next, Chris. My bad. What am I talking about?
Yeah, you want to give I just saw that Cincinnati scored another one.
Yeah, and before y'all transition, Burrow hit your number.
I told you.
Hit your number. He hit your number, JB.
Yeah, I need Lawrence to pass, and I still need JR to hit that magical 100 number to get them bonus points. But let's move on. Go ahead.
Yeah, letting the millions know this is a big game going on right now for 3 of us in here because we got them at the Survivor pick. So a big game.
Oh yeah,
big game for three of the 4 here.
Yeah, I'm sitting back just relaxing, man, popping my collar because I'm gonna tell you, if the Titans and the Bills lose this weekend, it's all good. But that's who I got.
Those are safer picks, I think. Anyway.
Yeah,
all right, let's get into the next topic. We got which one of the higher ranked teams do you think has the biggest chance to get upset this weekend? We got number 1 Alabama versus number 12 Ole Miss, number 2 Georgia versus number 8 Arkansas, and number 7 Cincinnati at number 9 Notre Dame. Joey, we want to start with you. What do you got?
Before I move on, that touchdown, it wasn't a touchdown. It's still 14-7. Go ahead.
Oh, dang it.
Chris and JB.
Don't forget C Double.
Millions. The game where we may see the higher seed get upset is clearly going to be played in South Bend. The Fighting Irish proved last week this rough schedule that they are playing this year. They started off on a great note last week. They destroyed. Well, we were discussing. If you go back to the archives, Millions, we were discussing that the Fighting Irish had a pretty rough 4-week period, and they seem to be doing really well. I believe their starting quarterback went out last week, if I'm not mistaken. But they are back at home. Cincinnati, I know Cincinnati is one of Chris's teams. He's been hyping them up. Cincinnati looks like they are a definite threat to be one of those Final Four. This is a playoff game right here, because whoever wins this is going once we start getting getting the committee to take a look at it, they're going to definitely take a look back at this game, and whoever wins this is going to be in the committee said as one of the early favorites to be in one of those Final Four slots. Unfortunately for Cincinnati, I've got Notre Dame taking them out. It's a big. This is a meaningful game. Notre Dame wins meaningful games in September and October. They will win this one right here.
You know what's funny? I'm looking at your conference. Your conference this week is going to feed on themselves. Your numbers are going to drop.
You have Cincinnati.
You got Cincy versus Notre Dame.
I do have Cincinnati.
You got Ole Miss versus Bama.
So you're already 2-2.
This is gonna be a rough week. It's gonna be a rough week.
Yeah, looking good for my conference right now. Looking good. We're trying to catch up. Even though my ACC teams are just
stanking.
Man, crap in the bed. But go ahead, Chris. I think it's on me, right? Who I got?
JB.
I mean, of course, it's a no-brainer. I'm with Joey, and not for his ludicrous reasons, right? For my reasons. If we're talking about the best chance, you got the two SEC powers, 1 and 2, versus two SEC upstarts. Arkansas, 8th ranked team, getting no respect. When is the last time an 8th ranked SEC team is playing another team and they're 18-point dog?
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Yikes.
Right? Arkansas is an 18.5-point dog.
Yikes.
Right? Ole Miss at least getting some respect because they got a good quarterback. They're only a 2 touchdown and a half in a dog. Right? I do think Ole Miss is going to cover the spread. They're probably going to lose. I think the game, just like the Florida Alabama game, is going to be closer than what maybe the experts think.
Mm-hmm.
But that Georgia defense is nasty.
Yes,
nasty. They're not. I think they're giving up 8 points a game.
They are nasty.
And you got Cincinnati, upstart team, trying to make a name for themselves on the national scene. Mm-hmm. Last year they played Georgia pretty good in the bowl game. Now they go to South Bend. They get to look up there at the Golden Dome and see touchdown Jesus. But
they're
the favorites going there. They're higher ranked team, and they are the favorites. They are 2.5-point favorite.
Yes, they are.
But I think Notre Dame has the best chance to upset them because, that Notre Dame has the better pedigree. They got the name, and they're home, so they got the best chance. Now, I'm picking Cincinnati.
Uh-oh.
But I think Notre Dame has the best chance to have the upset.
All right, CW, you with them?
I am, and we're going to put you in a position to be on an island or not. I'm going to make a few comments about. I'm picking the Damers. I actually spent a summer on campus at Notre Dame for an internship, and I've
heard about that.
I've seen Touchdown Jesus in person. I've been in the bowels of the stadium, and I've seen the spray painted helmets and how beautiful it is. And you're talking about a Cincinnati Bearcat team coming on campus, seeing all of that tradition, and walking into that stadium, seeing Touchdown Jesus. And one other comment: the last time they played in 1900, they lost 58-0 at Notre Dame. In 1900,
about 121 years ago.
Exactly. It's still a stat. It's still resonating in Cincinnati 121 years later. and then lastly, I'll say this for entertainment purposes.
When did we have another Joey on the show?
The best side I've ever seen at College Game Day. If you watch your College Game Day, you see the kids with the signs and stuff. The best one I ever saw was Rudy was offsides. I died laughing when I saw that, man. So I'm going with the Damers, man. I'm going with the Damers.
Okay.
Big upset.
Nice. What are you going that same way, Chris?
I think that's the obvious pick. I'm gonna switch it up. Give me an island here. Now I don't know if it will happen, but I'm gonna take Ole Miss. Ole Miss always has played Alabama. They've always played them tough. Remember, there was a couple years where they actually beat them when Alabama was really good. So you're talking about the best offense in the country right now. They're putting up 600. I think it's 620. What was it? 620, 638 yards a game right now.
Yeah, isn't their quarterback the Heisman leader right now?
He's the front runner right now. He's a first round pick. So anytime you have that level of guy leading your offense, it's going to be a battle of you got the nation's number 1 offense versus the number 20 defense. It really comes down to can Ole Miss's defense hang in there with Alabama, who's the number 27 offense in the country. So
back in the day when they beat them, they had what they call the defense. Remember the land sharks?
Yeah,
remember
they'd always
the land sharks in their head, right?
So,
that's when they beat Alabama those a couple of years.
I think going to this was a home game at Ole Miss. It would be, I think for sure the line that they cover, but who knows? Maybe Alabama comes out and tries to make a statement and blow them out because they've been doing that to everybody.
Toe tag swag, CB.
Yeah.
that toe tag swag.
TL just hit a big one, JB.
Yeah, I saw it. The toe tag swag. You got caught with his toes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think I don't know if it would happen. I'm not putting my money on Ole Miss to cover or to win outright, but at the same time, I do think that Alabama hasn't really seen an offense yet, anything like Ole Miss. So we'll see what Alabama is made of because everybody already is anointing Alabama, the team, the way they've looked this so far. And all these other big dogs are just keep falling off. Oklahoma hasn't looked great. We've seen what Clemson, all these big names, Ohio State, all of these traditional powers haven't looked great except for Georgia and Alabama. And Georgia really, I mean, even against Clemson, they couldn't score. So Alabama's been
playing good.
Alabama's the only team that's seems dominant on both sides so far. So
yeah.
But
they could have lost to Florida, really, realistically.
Could have.
Yeah.
Right?
Lane Kiffin is looking for his moment. He has not had one yet.
No, he hasn't.
We just think of bad things that have happened to Lane Kiffin. We think of the hype that he gets. He's a supposed offensive guru. We haven't really seen evidence when he's been the main man. The biggest story that has ever happened to him is he got fired at the airport when he was about to get on the freaking plane. Was
he the Raiders head coach when Janikowski kicked like the 76-yarder? Who was the head coach on Oakland?
It wouldn't be a surprise if it was actually him.
That's ridiculous.
It probably was.
He's like, get out there.
I'm sure he is just sick of. I'm sure in the coaching community of like the top dog coaches, where he thinks he belongs. I'm sure they probably joke this dude all day long.
Oh yeah,
and he is looking to
for his moment to stick it to the man.
Yes, he is. He's definitely he is chomping.
I would love to see them upset Bama. I mean, I'm all for when the top dogs get their butt whooped. I'm all for that.
This season has been crazy. So
Clemson is gone.
Clemson's, I think, number 25. That's unheard of.
Why are they even that?
That's just name, I think.
Yeah, because their defense still solid. I mean, their defense is really only giving up maybe like 3 touchdowns all year.
Their best,
and that was all last game.
Tore his ACL. Their best defense player tore his ACL last Saturday.
For Clemson?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yep.
Sure I don't know, man. You know that guy they got them big ears on ESPN, the bald head dude. He already calling for saying Clemson's
the Bears.
The dynasty is over. Now Feinbaum.
Oh, Feinbaum, yeah.
But you can't listen to him because you know why? Because he loved the SEC.
Yes, he does.
He loved the SEC, so he wants Clemson to not be a dynasty. Because the Clemson dynasty ruined the whole Alabama kind of dynasty. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
yeah, he's a SEC homer. So
yeah, exactly. So,
all right, well, let's get on to the next
really
topic
doesn't
here.
count. I don't look at it like that, right?
Let's get on to the next. And I just looked, it was Lane Kiffin. He had Janikowski.
Lane Kiffin.
He had him try a 76-yarder. I mean, Janikowski's got a leg, but 76 yards, come on, dude.
Lane Kiffin said he gonna get it how he get it.
Yeah. Like once he passes the 35, he's in range. He never punts.
Lane Kiffin got, he is the what you call it when you get a job because of your dad or your family. I tell you,
nepotism.
He has gotten some jobs.
Right.
He's gotten some jobs. Ooh, the Visca finally having a game. He is getting some jobs, man, based on his dad having
Why?
He was at Tennessee.
Yep.
Why is he getting these?
He was an Alabama offensive coordinator. He was coaching the NFL.
He was.
Then he went to Florida Atlantic.
He was at USC, right?
Yes, he was.
He was at USC.
Why is he getting these? I don't mind him being a coordinator, but to be number one, to be the head, why is he getting those? He hasn't proven anything,
man. Because people like us are just
talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Basically, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me a head coaching job somewhere.
You want
Jay Robinson?
You would try the 76. Justin Tucker, get out there.
Man, ain't no way I try some foods just like that, man. Ain't no way. 76-yard field goal as much as Janikowski was drinking and smoking.
I know.
Ain't no way.
Joey and Chris, I saw that Justin Tucker kick live sitting next to a Detroit Lion fan.
Oh, geez. That's a heartbreaker. That's a heartbreaker because there's no way. He had so many things had to go right for him to hit that.
The Lion fan was so calm. He knew they were going to lose.
It was inevitable.
Yes.
He's like, I'm good.
Man. We're the Lions. What do you expect? Yeah.
I know
what I'm saying.
I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, let me get into the next topic. We're just now we're getting into some fantasy review.
Fantasy
JB, how'd you do? How'd you do in fantasy this weekend, JB?
Oh, once again, I went 5-1, and once again, Aaron Rodgers, you did it to me again, bro. Why is it Aaron Rodgers? I know you don't care what I say. You don't care what nobody say.
No, he doesn't.
Come on, Aaron Rodgers. You cannot go in the red zone two times and come up empty like that, bro. Twice. Empty, nothing, zilch. All I needed was one more touchdown, a couple more completions, 50 more yards. Mm-hmm. I'd have been 6-0. Mm-hmm. But it's all good. I went 5-1. I in my Yahoo leagues, killed everybody, crushed them, destroyed them, including Joey. In my ESPN league, I was an underdog, destroyed him. Matthew Stafford pretty much put him to bed, put him to sleep. And then in the Do Good League, of course, with DeAndre Swift putting up massive PPR numbers and Kirk Cousins putting up massive numbers, Devontae and Darren Waller. So I'm 3-0 in that league, highest scorer in that league. But in the league, I'm 1-2. It is what it is. It's early though, so you can't be mad about it. Can't be too high, can't be too low.
Can't be.
All right, C Double. What about you? How was your fantasy?
Yeah. I went, in my 3 leagues, I went 2-1, which is an improvement. Which is an improvement, and I'll take it. And each of the games has a story. In CJ Squared, I played Eric, who I brought into CJ Squared, and telling him, hey, this is the baby league. You ain't ready for the big league. And he owned me. He owned me. I'll say it live. He's a subscriber. I'll give him his props. I'll give him his flowers. Right. He owned me. And in the middle of it, he said, "Man, I'm ready for your big boy league next year." Okay. We'll see. And I'll build my way up to the league. In my Jason's little brother's league, I got my first victory, and I got it with Jalen Hurts. Thank you. Garbage time fantasy points.
Gotta love that.
Yeah, so much so, it hurts so good, and on the championship, on the Little Brothers thread, we have a group text, and before it was like 5 minutes left, I got called out by the team I was playing. He called me out. He called out my name with the eyeballs because he had jumped up on me. And then Hertz came back and got that garbage time. And I just, with my little iPhone, I just hit a little question mark afterwards on it, and on his text. And he was like, well, I tried. I was like, no, you didn't.
You're like, too soon, Junior.
Yeah, too soon, Junior. And then in the big league, 0-2 going in, like Dr. Dre, when your album flops, who's the doctor they call to go see? I love seeing Hot Rod. I'm calling you out. I love seeing you coming up on my schedule when I need that victory. Hot Rod. And so we talked every day, all week up to the game, as if it wasn't happening. We didn't even mention it. It was like the big elephant in the room. Nothing said about it.
Fatten him up for the slaughter.
I got that W. So, I went 2-1, and so I'm happy with it.
You'll always take some 2-1. How about you, Joey?
Chris, JB, C double. Didn't go so well for me last week.
No.
Last weekend was my first losing weekend. I was 2-5.
Oh.
2-5.
Got too high on the hog, man. You're riding too high.
The CJ Squared League, I did go against one of the experts. Chris beat me by 4.
I'll take a Jalen Hurts too soon also.
Got me.
Yes. I saw that. I mean, Chris, hold on, Jalen Hurts and Dak scored like all your points.
That's right. I'll take it.
Look, you gotta be strong on the exterior and soft in the middle, and you can still do work.
That's right. 100 of my 138.
as the millions did hear, JB did get me in one of the leagues that Chris and I have been in for years. He did give me a pretty good whooping.
Schooled you. No, say it right. Schooled you.
Yeah,
you were young.
Yeah.
You were young.
I was
riding high on that league.
I was missing my top running back, but everybody's missing somebody every week. I took a major L.
Hey, see, Double, let me tell you about this league. I was drawn in at the last hour. Join the league, JB. Yeah, come on, JB, join the league. When I joined the league, I realized the setup. Every running back is gone. Chris, every running back is on somebody else's team.
This is true. Keeper league, CW.
You keep
running back, but
yeah,
I still gotta. When I finished drafting, I still had an A draft. So it's all good. Hey, I played with the experts. I learned from the experts, and I try to do my best.
Absolutely. In the league, I did put up a pretty decent amount of points last week. 218 points.
Ooh.
My running back duo was lethal. My quarterback was lethal, and my defense was lethal. The New Orleans Saints.
Your quarterback was super lethal. Zeke had a good game. Saquon stepping up, but I had Matt Stafford in my brother's league, so I know he put up a 60 burger.
He's probably the MVP right now.
He probably is on paper right now.
It's quite possible. It's quite possible.
I will say that there's one other quarterback who is probably playing either at his level or past him. Kirk Cousins for the Minnesota Vikings is right there.
Oh, listen to him.
Chris, you understand? This is a subliminal message to me to trade, but it's not going to work.
Right there, he's probably playing. If it's not Stafford, Cousins probably the only one that's playing better than Stafford right now.
On fire, man. I know this. I have Cousins in the Do Good League. I know Cousins is on fire. I have Cousins. He's my second QB in that league, so I know he's on fire.
If there's anyone from the league who is interested in Kirk Cousins, you just send me something and we can see if we can work something out.
I love it.
Yeah, all right. Chris, how you do, Chris?
Hey, real quick before y'all get Chris, Joey put up a number in the league though. He put up a number in the league. He put a number on the board. You put like what, 216?
218 CW.
Yeah. Man.
218.
Is that your first over 200, Joey?
I've been there a few other times before, Chris. I've been there. I didn't get there last year, but there have been a few times that I have.
You get them 200s, man. That's when you know you just setting your lineup and sitting back and sleeping good. You just like, oh, it's gonna be another week, another 2 burgers. That's all.
Yeah, for real.
I miss those days.
So actually, I did. I went 4-1, and I beat Joey. But I squeaked that one out in the league. I put up another 200. So I've been.
So you put up man. Yeah, you put up some numbers, man.
Yes,
so that's twice now I put up 200. But this is the first time Josh Allen's actually been what I've drafted of trying to, he's just been all right. Well, you know who killed it for me? Myles Garrett had himself a game. He had
24 points.
Yeah, something. So I can't count on that.
Yeah, he had like 3 sacks probably.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I think
Justin Fields had no clue.
Yeah, that's a whole other. I don't even know how that guy's still coaching.
Yeah,
Nagy. Didn't I tell you I hate Nagy, Joey?
Yeah,
I told you that several times before. He's the worst.
I told my sister how much you hate on him, JB.
Oh, you did?
He's been yelling about that.
I hate Matt Nagy. He thinks he's Andy Reid, man. He's not.
Yeah,
Andy Seed. He's nothing.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer he's gonna last. So if Josh Allen can play like that, I feel all right. But if Josh Allen is kind of
if he's just like he was a superhero last week. I mean,
he's not going to give me that.
He had 5 touchdowns, didn't he?
Yeah, he's not going to give me that, but he's
350 and 5 touchdowns. Every week, man. You a league winner. We just go like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
but dude, put that number up every week.
He's not going to put that up, but if he can get me 45, I feel good. He just
please send a message to Aaron Rodgers. Just get me. All I need is 40, bro.
Yeah, you got to get you some 40.
40. I don't need you to put. I don't need you to put 60 on the board for me. I need a normal Aaron Rodgers 40-point game. That's all I need. I'm good with that.
He may get called out in a later segment, JB.
It's okay.
He may get called out in a later segment.
Well, let me get into that. So we'll start your biggest fantasy surprise of last week. CB, you want to start us?
I can give it to you. I'm a homer. I'll go with Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, there you go.
Jacoby Brissett. He put up, I think he was a QB 6 last week? Was it QB 6 in the big league?
Yeah, and then
without touchdowns.
Are they going against the Colts? Are they playing the Colts?
They played the Raiders.
Are they playing the Colts this week?
I mean, they're playing the Colts this week. Yeah.
So Brissett going back to the Colts to show them they made the wrong choice.
Exactly.
Game.
Exactly. So he was my biggest surprise last week overall.
Yeah. All right, Joey, who you got?
Kareem Hunts, 155 total yards, 1 touchdown, 16 touches. He putting up starter numbers with limited amount of touches. Well done, Kareem Hunt.
Not really limited amount of touches. I mean, Joe. I mean,
well, he's splitting.
I told Chris last night. I told y'all tonight. Kareem Hunt in the CJ Square League is a RB1. I haven't even played the guy yet.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't put him on the field yet. So yeah, Kareem Hunt, that's a good one. Mine biggest fantasy prize. I told you he's good for 1 week a year. Deshaun Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
He's good for 1 week a year, right? Deshaun Jackson was like that. He was like our wide receiver 2 last week in one of the leagues.
Freaking fast still.
Yeah. But that's it. I mean, he's done for the year. You can't. Somebody's gonna pick him up and play him, and he's gonna give you like 1 catch for 1 yard. It's not gonna work.
Even at
hey, FYI, don't chase the numbers. Stay the course, my fellow fantasy football players.
Even at his peak career, he was still a high ceiling, low floor type of guy. Anyway, he would have those massive games. and then he would just disappear and put up like 2 catches for. He's never been a guy that you could trust.
So fast.
I remember that one year they played the Redskins week 1. I'm sorry, but back then they were the Redskins. Now they're the football team. And like the first play of the game, Vic went like 80 yards to Deshaun Jackson on the first play of the season against them Jokers.
Monday night massacre.
Yeah. Oh yes, that was a massacre.
Oh,
that was a massacre.
Gosh, I love watching the highlights of that game.
Do you get more pleasure watching a team you hate get beat or watching your team win? Which one is it?
Oh,
I tell you, I can sit here. That's the only good thing about living in football team territory. I get to watch them lose anytime I turn the TV on. Ain't nothing like that.
That's a great question, Jason. When the undefeated Patriots lost in the Super Bowl, that was one of the most pleasurable experiences of my life. Being a Dolphin fan,
look at Joey over here,
trying to defend the perfect season, and the Patriots losing. Man, that was one of the best feelings I ever had, watching a team I hate lose.
That is called a massive amount of hate, bro. But you gotta have it. You gotta have it. You gotta have it.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
It's your pleasure. Oh, get out of here.
All right, and I got me and JB actually discussed this before. We both were gonna have him. Peyton Barber. He went off.
Yep.
Filling in for
RB1, and he was RB1.
The top running back. He had 23 carries for 111 and a touchdown. I think 30 something yards receiving. So
I'm just wondering, why can the guy what is wrong with your boy, Chris? Why can't Josh Jacobs get on the field for me? What is going on with this guy, man?
I have him in another
Make a phone call, man. Make a phone call.
Yeah, I'll try to
get him on the phone and be like, yo,
Jacobs, what's up?
My boy needs you to start, man. What you doing? he need 20 carries this week, man.
Come on, go get your 23 and 111.
Exactly. Come on, bro.
All right, C-Double, who you got for your bust of the bust of the week?
I mean, I honorable mention Aaron Rodgers. He did not get that 40, but I will go with personally AJ Brown. Injury aside, he really hurt me. AJ Brown hurt me horribly. He got like 0.50. This AJ Brown is my biggest bust of the week, fantasy football. Heal up, AJ.
Joey, who you got?
I will. Well, real quick. There's been a breaking news from fantasy. The Godfather is actually sitting Ben Roethlisberger for the first time ever.
Ooh. Oh, that tells you something.
He announced it to everyone. He's pretty much taking the dog out to the back, and he's going to shoot it. So that is breaking news fantasy wise. My bust of last week is someone who's going to be a flat out superstar. CeeDee Lamb was a bust last week. I thought when he caught that 44-yard pass, I was like, oh, he's on his way to 135 and 2 touchdowns. And he caught 2 more passes for.
I don't know if it was a bust. I think it was more of game script. I mean, Philly was sitting back in their 2 deep safety, and they was and then nobody runs on Philly, but you doing 2 deep safeties with Zeke, what's gonna happen? Cowboys gonna run the ball.
This is true, but he is going to be if you're going to be a superstar, be a superstar.
True.
Be a superstar.
Wow. Yep. Tied up 21-21 after that. So my clearly the biggest bust of the week, even though Aaron Rodgers still had a couple of touchdowns. So I mean the man did. He just didn't put it. I think, and it wasn't really his fault. Like I was telling Joey, it was more of every time he was having a big play, they were calling pass interference. And he's like last year, he's like 80% of his touchdowns come in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
And this last game, it just didn't happen for him. You know what? Sometimes you got to start your guys and they just don't come through. But the biggest bust of the week, everybody was hyping this dude up. Everybody was hyping him up. And I know somebody's family member going to be mad when I say this, was Justin Fields. The Chicago Bears had 1 yard passing. 1. He had 68 yards passing and 67 yards in sack yardage lost. So a net of 1 yard for the game.
Yikes.
Didn't even run. I bet you you look at what he got in terms of points. It's probably like 0.2 or 3.
Let me turn my volume down. I don't he hears that, David.
Justin Fields was the biggest bust of the week.
Get down a little bit.
Everybody was ready for that. Everybody, Justin Fields.
A rookie starter. A rookie starter.
Some folks started that guy, man. People started Justin Fields.
Almost did.
Especially in 2 quarterback leagues, they started that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know why you don't run him more and let him just kind of, be Kyler Murray right now.
You just want me to tell you why? Because the coach is Matt Nagy, man.
What they doing with what they doing with Trey Lance in San Francisco? They should be doing with Justin Fields.
Yeah, I hear you. Absolutely.
My bust is not necessarily because he had a horrible game, more because this season he hasn't been great, and that's Stephon Diggs. When Josh Allen goes off, you assume it's always going to be last year it was 10, 11 catches to Diggs, 2 touchdowns and 120 yards. He ends up putting up no touchdowns, 6 catches and like 60 yards. That's not the receiver we saw last year.
Right.
It's not a bad game, but it's not what people in fantasy are expecting. When you took Diggs, you had to take him as one of your top second pick probably.
Yeah.
Get a third pick at least. Yeah. No further than your third pick.
So yeah. So for me right now, he just has not been the guy. Even when Allen goes off, he still wasn't even he's only had one. He hasn't even had a double-digit catches yet this season, which last year he was.
Which just means either 2 things. 1, Josh Allen starting to spread the ball around, or pretty soon he about to blow up.
probably a little bit of both. Probably a little bit of both.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, Joe, you want to get us into some sleepers and some upsets and some locks?
Absolutely. Millions. Let's get into some fantasy sleepers for either. Well,
we ain't doing the fantasy sleeper, Joey, because the game we came on when the game's already started. So we doing the upset pick for the week.
Upset for
college football,
college weekend, strictly college,
straight up upset winner, not
straight up upsets for this weekend. JB, who you got?
Honestly, a straight up upset for this week. I think last week they had a tough game. They came up short. And the team they playing also came up short, but the team they playing is playing with a backup QB. So I'm going with Mississippi State, right? A&M was not the same without that. When they lost that QB, something happened to A&M, right? They barely beat Colorado.
Absolutely.
And last week they lost, and this week they played a Mississippi team that played LSU pretty good last week, came up a little short. So I got the straight up upset is Mississippi State over Texas A&M.
Okay. Where you going, Chris?
Which Chris, me or C-Double? Oh, you going me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to take
or C-Double. That's your own question.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm going actually tomorrow. It's tomorrow night's game. I'm taking Houston. I'm taking Houston over Tulsa. It's in Tulsa. Tulsa's good. They've been to the championship, the AAC championship before, so they're good. But I just think that I'm just gonna go. I'm going Houston here.
Okay.
As my underdog pick.
Okay.
Dog pick.
C-Double.
Okay, I'm going tomorrow night as well. I thought Chris was going here with this one, but he went a different direction. I'm going with a home underdog. I'm going Maryland against Iowa. It's a Buster CFP bubble.
Ooh.
I'm going with Maryland undefeated against an undefeated Iowa on campus. I've been there for a tailgater as a visiting team. It is a raucous environment. Me and Jason were there when ODU visited Maryland. And it's a Friday night game too. the co-eds and the stadium is going to be lit. I'm going with Maryland to win outright against Iowa tomorrow night.
Man, that'll be big.
Maryland. It's like the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, because Iowa's defense is nasty.
Yes, it is.
And Maryland's offense is putting up video game numbers.
Yes, they are.
So it's a good matchup. It's a good matchup. It's a good. That's a good pick. Yeah.
I bet Maryland team win totals. I bet them under 6 this year. So I'm almost done already.
Oh, boy.
As soon as they beat West Virginia first game of the year, I was like, I'm done with them. They're going to win more, because I mean Maryland hadn't been great last couple of years, but they look a lot better right now. So Stephon Diggs is not walking through, but
no, he is not.
Man, time you put Chenault on the bench, he go for 100-yard receiving. Man, I tell you.
Well, with Chark out.
Yeah, true. And you know they got two of his younger brothers, Maryland starting QB.
Yeah.
I think he's a better athlete than Tua as far as running. He looks like
but I seen him play. Yeah, he definitely is.
Yes.
It's gonna be a game, man. That Iowa defense is stingy.
Absolutely.
And Maryland, it's gonna be a good game.
It's
a pretty good environment. I've been to a few games. I saw them when they actually played Clemson, when Clemson had Taj Boyd and Sammy Watkins.
Okay.
Sammy Watkins was out there, man. You watch the game, you're like, man, Sammy Watkins ain't doing nothing. Then you know, at the end of the game, Sammy Watkins got 12 catches, 150 yards. Like, what? Like, man, goodness.
Iowa, though, always
numbers back then.
Iowa will always lose one game they shouldn't.
Yes,
they always lose one. They're always right there, and then
this
they
is
always
a big
lose
one too.
So.
They up there, man. They got a straight line to get into the college playoff, right?
Yep.
They're there.
Gentlemen, Saturday afternoon in Champaign, Illinois, the Fighting Illini, who have not won since their first game, where they upset my black shirts.
Beat your black shirts, right? Beat Nebraska, right?
They've lost 3 straight, and for some reason, they are a 11-point favorites over the University of Charlotte. Charlotte
still always going to these.
Charlotte has won.
Charlotte gonna beat them.
3 out of 4. The University of Charlotte will upset the Illini on Saturday.
Joey loves.
Are you saying a team from Conference USA going to go to Champaign, Illinois?
It'd be the Big
10, Power 5,
and beat them?
Yes, they are.
Straight up.
They are.
Wow. That's
straight up.
Right there. That's what you call ballsy.
Straight up. Straight up.
You putting your money where your mouth is?
I'm putting it right there.
No, you're not. He betting $1. I know. Going to FanDuel, bet $1.
Gotta start somewhere, Joey.
What's the odds on that straight up? It gotta be like plus 1,000 or something.
Let me see if I can find it. What time? You know what time the game is, Joey? What time is it?
12 o'clock.
What are you doing, Trevor Lawrence? What are you doing, dude? What are you doing?
No, it's Charlotte's plus 335. The game. Charlotte's an 11-point favorite. Joey, you
335.
Oh, they ain't that bad.
Yeah, they ain't that bad.
So
still,
in betting
I wouldn't
terms,
take that bet. No reason.
In betting terms, 415. Bet Online would then say they have an 80% chance of winning. Is what that means.
Okay.
So Joey takes that 20%.
Man, he's Joe Burrow, man, has stepped up. Joe Burrow. Man, I told Joey, man, Chris, I don't know if you might have been walking away. I said my sleeper pick for the night was going to be Tyler Boyd. The dude got 7 for 99 right now.
He's almost there. He's almost there.
Joe Burrow, man. I hit my prop bet too, this FYI. Trevor Lawrence got 204. Joe Burrow got 280. So
you gotta hope now for a massive sack.
I'll take that. So what's up next? We got our
biggest lock.
Biggest lock. Can I go first, please?
Please do, JB. Please do.
Let me tell y'all the biggest lock of the week. You can go and put the house on it. The New Orleans Saints are going to destroy the Giants.
Oh, that should have been
the first game in the Superdome in a year and a half. They are going to destroy them. It's going to be It's gonna that Superdome is gonna be crazy. All you gonna hear is who that?
The Saints will not cover.
Yeah.
They'll do more than cover, bro. They gonna do more. Even if the Saints don't even score an offensive touchdown, they will cover.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
Listen, look in my eyes.
Encourage them, C-double.
Look in my eyes, America. It's a lock. It's a lock.
Chris, where are you going here?
I'm like JB was talking about, no respect for Arkansas. I'm right there. I think Georgia wins by at least 20, we'll say 21. Maybe even more than that. I think maybe I could say they win by 24, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not trusting Arkansas at all, really.
Okay. C-double.
I hate to do it, I hate to do it, and maybe it's going to peg me as a homer. It was already previewed earlier in the broadcast, but at home in the fish tank, going against his old team, Jacoby Brissett against the Colts. They're only laying 2. I got them winning by 2 touchdowns or more. The Dolphins against the Colts. I got them laying 2. They're laying 2. I got Jacoby with 4 touchdown passes.
Oh, you better
winning by 14. Winning by 14 or more. Dolphins over the Colts. Lock of the week. Caveat.
Right
Joey and Chris, and it's documented since week 1. I release 1 lock a week against the spread. I'm 3-0 for the year. Miami will be the lock I released this week. It's documented with Jason's little brother against the spread. I'm 3-0 for the year. I'm about to go 4-0. Miami Dolphins.
All right. So you need to go ahead, since you're calling Jacoby Brissett for 4 touchdowns. I'm looking at player props here on Caesars.
Write this down.
4 touchdowns on Jacoby. Are you crazy?
That was a little exaggeration on the 4 TDs, but the Dolphins will cover and win.
Win under for Jacoby Brissett for touchdowns, passes is the over is 1.5 and the under is 1.5.
Take the over, viewers, immediately. Take the over.
You hear that, millions?
You'll be paid before halftime. Take the over.
You hear that, millions?
Take the over 1.5 easy. That's easy money, guaranteed. I'm even putting Jalen Waddle in my starting lineup.
Okay,
man,
you are confident.
I saw folks Colt defense, and you saying Jacoby going for 4 touchdowns. Wow,
absolutely.
All right, okay. That's once again America we call ballsy. All right, so I think it's your turn, Joey. Right for your lock, right?
Millions, the biggest lock. Millions. A few weeks ago, one of the experts on this panel, JB, was in San Antonio, Texas, doing some sightseeing. And I asked him if he had noticed, did he go into the basement of the Alamo, where Pee Wee Herman supposedly thought his bike, when it was stolen, it was taken to the basement of the Alamo. But I'm going to let you know right now, millions, when you bet the University of Texas San Antonio game versus the UNLV Running Rebels,
where you get this stuff from, man?
You will be able to pay for a fully furnished basement in your house when you put everything on it, because UTSA is a 21-point favorite. That is a lock. They will destroy UNLV, who gives up close to 500 yards a game, give up 40 points per game. This is a lock. Go get your furnished basement. We can even donate money to the Alamo Fund so they can get in the Alamo, which is not much to see if you ever go. That is a lock.
Didn't the University of San Antonio upset somebody last week? They beat my team.
Did they? They beat Memphis.
They beat Memphis?
They beat Memphis. They sure did. They're feeling good. They're feeling good from that. This is a lock. This is a lock. Go get your basement millions. Let's go to the
hold on, Joey. C-double, I looked up the Dolphins at a -14. You can get it at plus 450 on FanDuel.
Plus 450. Ooh.
Alternate line, right?
Yeah, you can get them right now. So you might want to.
Yeah,
man.
okay.
C-double ain't gonna do that mess, man. You're gonna lose all your money taking the Dolphins.
You could
plus
do
-14,
you could
bro.
do
It's no way the Dolphins gonna beat the Colts, but the Jacoby Brissett at quarterback by 2 touchdowns.
At 14, leaving the back door open, yeah.
There's no way, man.
You
Ain't no way.
even if you took 10.5, it's plus 280. You guys love the plus money.
I feel good about my biggest lock of the week. I feel good about it. So
okay.
So it's your biggest lock is they just cover the regular spread though, right? Not the 14.
Yeah, the regular spread. Yeah, the regular spread.
I'm about to say.
Okay.
You trying to trick everybody on here. Get them lose all their money.
Let's go to the last category. Your winner versus the spread.
Easy, man. Been killing this. I've been killing this every week. It's easy. Get the Vikings at home -2.5. This is on fire. The Browns played Chicago last week and destroyed them, but this week they actually play a real team with a real coach.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a close game. But the Vikings could be 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
They could be. I mean, they should have beat Arizona. The dude missed a field goal at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That was a dub for them.
Yep.
Right? And like you said, Kirk Cousins has been on fire.
Yep.
I mean, Dalvin Cook may be back. If not, they still got Allen Thielen. They still got Justin Jefferson. They got Madison. So give me the Vikings at home plus the 2.5, man. I take that all day. I got the Vikings.
The old ham and eggers.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that term like 10 times this week, like about 5 times on the radio. I was like, man,
ham and eggers. Yeah, so Joey, I'm going college. I'm gonna take Indiana covers the plus 13 over Penn State.
Mixon hurt again.
We'll see, but that seems like a lot. That seems like a lot to me.
Lock, okay.
That's my cover. My cover there.
Indiana and Penn State. Penn State covering the spread.
I'll take Indiana to cover the plus 13.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all looking good right now. The Bengals trying to drive to win this game with field goal look like.
Yeah.
C-double.
Okay. I agree with what Jason said. That's who I was going to go with, and just for a bit of diversity, I went ahead and re-looked at it. But I do like Minnesota plus those tasty points at home. I'm going to go with an NFC West matchup. Familiarity. I'm going to go with the Cardinals plus the 4 against the Rams. Give me the points. I'm going with the Cardinals plus 4 against the Rams.
Okay. Nice.
Cardinals are so up and down, so
they are
against the Rams in that new stadium, division rival. Hey, I'm not getting any noise. Seattle's getting the noise. San Francisco's getting the noise. The Rams are getting the noise. Cardinals, we're still here. You got the this is the last year of the marriage between Kyler Murray and Clinsbury. If it doesn't work out, if somebody's going somewhere, I think they're going to show out. They're 3-0. Both teams are 3-0. It's going to be close. So those points are going to be tasty.
Okay.
They always say take a divisional dog. So
yeah. Yep.
Well, I like to go back on Saturday. I love these Saturday spreads. I love the Saturday spreads. Word on the street is that at the SMU home game that's coming up, there may be a Pony Express showing where
Eric Dickinson
will be
Pony Express. Oh my God.
Will be coming through those doors, watching as his Pony Express, this team who acts like they are the Pony Express because they are averaging 230 yards rushing per game, going against a South Florida defense that gives up 231 yards per game. A South Florida defense that also is giving up over 507 yards per game, 35 points per game. Give me SMU. Minus 21.
SMU had an upset last week against TCU.
Yes, they
and
did.
the coach for TCU wasn't happy that SMU was going to plant that flag on the middle of the
Yeah,
field.
you got to let him know.
He like that, man. He like that. I don't like that, man. He like that stuff at all.
The Baker Mayfield.
Wasn't Craig James's son the one that Leach put in the?
Yes, he was.
Slammed into the locker.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Get in that shed.
Get in there.
Get in that shed. You
Yeah, it's Craig James' son. Yeah.
Get in there.
Yes, it was.
You are not your daddy.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And that is it for our
Tyler Boyd is eating tonight, man. Jesus.
Tyler Boyd, there you go.
Dude got 11, he got 12 catches, man. Them points. I mean, I wonder if anybody started him in the CJ Square League, but anyway.
Are we ready?
What's next, man?
College picks.
Yeah, you're gonna add Buttons coming
on.
College
picks. The college picks. All
Buttons is coming on.
Oh, we got Buttons coming on. All right.
Buttons is coming on.
All right. Well, as we wait for Buttons, I'm gonna get me a sip of water.
So what's the drive looking like right now?
These sound effects. Who is doing that? That you see double with them sound effects? You clicking on some buttons or something?
I was moving my college picks to another monitor so I could see the game as well. So let me make sure.
Like,
I'm hearing some stuff in the background, man. Some noise.
Here comes Buttons, baby. Here comes Buttons.
Oh, he better have the mascot head.
Oh, the big game? Here comes Buttons. We're about to see some orange in the back. We're about to see his man's Mello back there, who's about to win another.
I like the orange. I like the orange.
His first ring.
He may have his high socks on, Lawrence Moulton.
Yeah, that's what he comes up dressed like. He's always a Syracuse guy.
He got this cute hat.
He got the Syracuse hat.
I got that same hat. I like it. Cuse, baby.
What's up, Buttons?
There we go.
You better put that Toronto hat back on.
What I tell you, Buttons? Tell you, Buttons.
You better put the Blue Jays hat back on there.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Good to see you, man.
Good, man. We good, Buttons. We good.
I'm doing great.
Got the Syracuse.
That's a big pick, Buttons. That was a big pick last week. I did not see that one coming.
That was it. That was against Joey's Liberty and Malik Willis.
Sure
oh man,
Malik.
It sure was. I did not.
But you had a good week, man. You went 8 wins, man. You showed out. Can you repeat though? That's a question. Can you repeat?
Yeah.
We
got a Survivor ones now. We're all sweating the Cincinnati game.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm just playing with y'all.
It's well, JV's now. What's it? Oh, they're on the where are they at? It looks like on
19-yard line by the kick the game-winning field goal.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
We need it.
McPherson. McPherson about to come in and kick.
Man, so that play where they went for it on 4th and inches and didn't get it.
That's huge.
Right? That's going to come back to haunt them.
Yes,
you should have put 3 on the board.
You don't chase points that early.
Yeah.
But
Urban Meyer. Get questioned about it.
Meyer,
questioned about it. All right, guys. Let's get into these college picks.
Let's get
so
it.
I know I got your picks sitting here, Button. So you can still go over them. I know C Double sent me his pick, but he said he may change his mind.
So you can still change your mind, Buttons. You can still change your mind.
And then we got the CJ Square crew, right? Me, Joey, and Chris. Oh, yes, he did. The hot one's in his picks. The hot one. So here we go. First game, tomorrow night's matchup, which we already kind of mentioned already in our conversations tonight. We got Iowa at Maryland, and Maryland is getting 3.5 points. We always start from you, Buttons, start from the bottom, and we come up. So who you got, Buttons?
See, I already heard Chris disrespect Iowa. They don't need any more disrespect. Okay, that defense is legit. Give me Iowa.
Yeah. Hey, just so you know, C Double in his write-up, Button says Iowa continues to get no respect. So he ain't coming from the cuff. That's what he means. So
College
there we
Park,
go.
Man.
He got Iowa.
College Park.
All right. I'm not worried about Riot picks. He already sent them to me. C-Double, who you got?
I got Maryland outright.
He's got Maryland outright.
I got Maryland disrespectfully outright.
Somehow both teams are disrespected here. No one's respecting either of them. Am I up,
Right.
JB?
Yeah, you up, man.
I'll take I'm with Buttons here. I think Iowa's getting disrespected after they beat Iowa State. I gotta jump all on this. I'm on Iowa.
Okay. Joey, who you got?
I'll jump right on that bandwagon. That Iowa defense is stingy. Give him to me.
Is C-Double on the old C-Double island?
Oh, there's an island coming.
Come on, JB.
Let me see. I don't know.
JB. Come on, JB.
I don't know what Rod sent me. I can tell you. I don't know. I'll let you. Well, y'all will see it. I was thinking about taking Maryland home with 3.5, man. But Iowa defense, like I said, man, like it's legit, man. I mean, they're stingy. So I'm gonna take the Hawkeyes too, man.
Okay.
I got the Hawkeyes here.
Okay.
All right. So our next game, we got the Florida Gators versus Kentucky. Let's go ahead and tell you, just keep it simple. I got the Gators. So who you got, Joey?
The Gators will win, but they will not cover.
Okay.
They will
You
not.
got Kentucky?
Yes, I do.
All right, Chris, who you have?
This is a battle, good offense versus good defense. Give me Florida here.
Okay. Gators. C-Double.
I'm going to echo the Gators will win, but they will not cover. Give me Kentucky.
All right, Mr. Roboto. All right, go. Who you got, man?
Florida continues to impress me. They look very good right now. They're going to cruise in this one. They're win by 14.
Ooh.
Give me Florida.
There you go. Buttons got those Gators. All right, next, another real big SEC battle. We got the up and coming Arkansas Bulldogs. I'm sorry, Razorbacks. What I'm talking about versus the Georgia Bulldogs. Buttons, who you got here?
You know, when I saw this line, JB, I was like, that is so many points. You've got to give me them Arkansas Razorbacks.
All right. C-Double.
I thought this one would be the first consensus one we would have on the picks. I'm thinking it's over by halftime. Give me Georgia.
Oh.
All right.
I'm with C-Double. This was the one I said I think Georgia's going to win by over
20, right? You said 21 or 20 something, right?
Yeah, so I'm disrespecting Arkansas big time here.
Nice. Joey, who you got, man?
No
respect.
Where's the respect? Give me Arkansas.
Oh, you guys love the point.
My goodness, where's the respect?
18.5.
No respect.
I was thinking, is Arkansas gonna bring in Darren McFadden and Felix Young?
He ain't walking
coming in.
Are they walking through that door? I didn't even care. Give me the points, man. 18.5, you got to be crazy. Give me Arkansas, man.
Okay.
Run
Thanks,
DMC.
C-Double for not leaving me on that island there. Jeez.
All right, here we go. Next. We got a big game.
This is a big one, I think.
Probably the biggest game outside of the SEC contest.
I think it's probably the biggest game because it should be close.
Yeah.
It's Cincinnati, up and coming Bearcats versus the Golden Domers, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. All right, let me tell you, for me, man, I mean, Notre Dame has shown me this year that, you can't really bet against them, man. Right? Like when you thought Wisconsin, you think, oh, Wisconsin, they play Notre Dame and Soldier Field, and Wisconsin gonna hang with them. Man, they blew Wisconsin out. So I mean, I gotta take Notre Dame here, man. I got to take Notre Dame. Plus the points too at home. I take those points at home. What about you, Joey?
Touchdown, Jesus. Give me Notre Dame.
Nice.
Outright.
Nice.
Man,
Chris?
this is a I think both these teams need this game to probably get into college football. They're on the track. If one of them, whoever wins, I'm taking Cincinnati here. Huge game though.
What time is kickoff?
I don't know. I think it's a noon or 3:30 kickoff.
Okay.
That better not be a 3:30 kickoff. That's what time Bama comes on.
I think it's early. I think it's earlier. It's not a late game.
Okay. It's not under the lights. So
I think I'm going crazy. I think earlier in the show I said Cincinnati, didn't I?
I
gotta go back and look at it.
Yeah.
JB is hedging his bet.
I gotta still stick with what I said earlier. I gotta still stick with it. I think Cincinnati is punching above their weight class. And I'll be a believer if they can do it in front of touchdown Jesus. But I'm going with Notre Dame.
Jesus.
All right. Buttons.
Rudy.
You know Buttons going to Notre Dame.
Yeah. He's off sides, man. Buttons, he's off sides.
All right, here we go. Another big matchup. We got the Heisman hopeful, the front runner right now in the Heisman race. We got so many storylines here. We got Kiffin. What do you call him, Joey? Like, why is he even a coach? why is he get to go to Ole Miss and coach? Why does he get to go to USC? Why does he get to go to Alabama? Right? Why? So we got Ole Miss versus Alabama, and they've been back and forth in the news and on the shows and in on the website saying this and that. Lane Kiffin complaining about how the open portal is just like free agency for Alabama. They keep complaining about that. So it's a big game, man. It's a big game. So, Buttons, who you got, man? Well, I know who you got, but tell them why you got it.
So I rarely take a non-Alabama team. But this is disrespectful. That Heisman hopeful will keep this team in the game. Give me Ole Miss.
Okay.
It's gonna be like the time that they played Alabama played Johnny Manziel back in the day.
That's
the
right.
Money Man.
And
they upset them that year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, he's doing the money sign.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that?
Buttons does not like a double. Buttons is not like a double-digit spread at all.
No, he loves them points.
So there's been a lot of questions about Lane Kiffin and why and how. He gets those big name schools and then he moves on. This is the beginning of him moving on to like a Big Ten school. I got Alabama slaughtering them on national TV. Give me Alabama.
Yes, he said slaughter. We'll call 2 slaughters tonight. Alabama and Miami. Miami going to slaughter the Colts.
So I went with Ole Miss earlier as my team that of the big ones that could maybe pop an upset. So I gotta stay with Ole Miss here. I don't think they'll upset them, but I still think that
I love it.
No respect.
Who you got, Joe? I know you love Nick Saban. You love him like you love Larry Brown.
This
he's a molder.
He's gonna be working and molding them. That's right.
I don't know how much molding of this Heisman hopeful is going on. Other Heisman hopefuls have been successful against the Alabama defense. Cam Newton, Johnny Manziel,
Cam Newton,
Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
Is Matt Corral on the same level as those guys?
We're about to find out.
When you say Cam Newton, when you say Deshaun Watson, does the name Matt Corral fit in there?
It will.
I don't think so. Just like all of these classic coaches, the Nick Sabans, when they hear the name Lane Kiffin, they're like, because he's not a coach that belongs in the same room. That was embarrassing what Lane Kiffin did. He's trying to start something he shouldn't have started. He's going to find out the hard way. Alabama will absolutely cover. Way over.
I mean, I'm taking Ole Miss myself.
That is a
like the points.
But no consensus yet. No consensus.
All right, sorry for that. That was a little snafu on my computer. But I got Ole Miss. All right, next game. Right? We got Oklahoma versus Kansas State.
Who's up?
Oklahoma has really not played up to expectations. Spencer Rattler was the front runner for the Heisman at the beginning of this season. My man Joey on this show called. He said Spencer Rattler will be the Heisman winner. He will be the #1 draft pick in the NFL draft. And so far, not so good. But I think this week in the Little Apple, I believe Spencer Rattler is going to restart that Heisman hype, and they're going to blow out Kansas State. So give me Oklahoma.
I will join you, JB. It was embarrassing to watch my man on TV, and they're calling for the backup, Caleb Williams, who is from the DC area, went to Gonzaga High School. They're calling for his name because he is going to be a baller. They're calling for his name. Do they not realize that Spencer Rattler is on that field? What an embarrassment. Spence is going to go off 4 touchdowns, 300 yards.
Joey's looking for a Rattler prop bet.
I'm so upset right now. I'm so upset.
JV needs to feed him some prop bets.
They better hope something drastic does not happen where he may have to end up saying, well, you know what, I'm going to stay back 1 more year. I'm going to transfer. I want to transfer to a school that's going to play OU, and I'm going to come in here and kill them. They better hope something bad doesn't happen. They better, don't they realize what they have on the field? The offensive line was awful last
night.
They were absolutely
Buttons
awful.
wants them to come to Syracuse. Their doors open. Their doors open.
They were absolutely awful. That once that old line settles down, Spence settles down.
I'm with you too. I think they get a little jump start here. Kansas State's played Oklahoma. I think they've beaten them in the last 2 years. So they need this win, and they need to kind of get going as far as scoring, putting up that offense that we're used to seeing. So I think this might be the week they get going. So give me Oklahoma as well.
Okay.
See double, who you got?
I'm going to make it short and sweet. I'm going with Oklahoma and see if Buttons is going to make it the first consensus.
Oh, C double. Not so fast, my friend.
There we go.
You see C double. The spread is 10.5.
Oh,
double-digit points.
Give
me K-State.
He loves them big double-digit numbers.
All right.
And the
so
hook.
this next one, Button said was his toughest game of the week to pick. We got Auburn versus LSU.
Not tough at all.
All right, Buttons, who you got?
Not tough at all. This was my toughest game of the week. I went back and forth. I mean, I could still change right now. Who knows? But that line, there's a reason why these guys get paid what they do, because that line is freaking perfect. I'm going to stick with my original pick. Give me Auburn.
Got you. What about you, C double?
Yeah, that line, Buttons, they call it the hook. That 0.5, they call it the hook. Whenever you got the 0.5 out there, they call it the hook, because the hook will get you in the end. I'm going with LSU.
Man, this is a night game in LSU, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That place is always rocking at night. Tough place to play. But then I've got Auburn in my conference. I'm still taking LSU here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh, just the stadium there and the way they play at night. That's one of the best places to play at night.
C double, who you say you had? Sorry.
I had LSU, Jason.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Who you got, Joey?
This may be my easiest pick of the night.
Wow.
Considering that the War Eagles haven't even sniffed winning there since my brother-in-law graduated high school in 1999. LSU over.
All I know is the Auburn starting quarterback is horrible on the road.
Oh, wow.
Horrible.
This is
They
our first
almost
consensus.
lost to Georgia State if it wasn't for the refs coming in and helping them out on some bogus call. So, but the starting QB for Auburn on the road, terrible. So give me LSU at home.
Nix isn't even great. No.
Buttons went straight island on the turn, going into the turn and coming out of the turn.
He took. Oh yeah, he's
island,
double island.
All right.
Island, double island.
All right. So the next game, Buttons, we got Mississippi State versus Texas A&M, who's starting a backup, who's really underwhelmed. So go ahead, Buttons. Who you got?
I thought it was you on the turnaround.
Yeah.
Did I pick the last one? It is me.
Yeah.
You're right. It is me on the turn. So I am, like I said earlier, I actually picked Mississippi State as my upset pick of the week. So I'm sticking with my guns. I got Mississippi State in this game. Joey?
Mississippi State has played some decent ball this year. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I don't see A&M covering. They are struggling. That I believe their starting quarterback still out.
Yeah. Yes.
They will make this interesting. Give me Mississippi State and that Bulldog bounce.
Bulldog bounce. They play with the 12th man this week, though. The 12th man gonna be in full effect.
It will be.
Yep. It won't be enough though.
They'll be upset when that offense is not rolling.
Give me Texas A&M here.
A&M. Ooh. A&M. All right, C-Double, who you got?
You got to. You just got to go with A&M, man. I'm going with A&M in that one, the night game. 12th man, A&M.
All right. And Buttons.
C-Double. Good pick. Great pick. Give me A&M.
It's not a double-digit spread.
I wonder what the over/under on this game is. You guys know? I'm looking.
I'll look it up real quick.
What I'm gonna go with without even looking.
8.5.
No, he said
over and under, Joey.
Over and under.
50, total points.
53. What is it, Chris? I say 53.
46. They don't think there's any.
Oh wow!
No scoring out there.
I'll tell you because that Texas A&M is playing a backup quarterback.
That's right.
What do you guys guess off the top of your head? Alabama, Ole Miss over under.
That's 80. I already saw it.
You shouldn't even have said. JV, you shouldn't even have said you saw him.
My man, I saw him like it's 80. I was like 80 points. Like what last year's
let me think.
Last year it was 63-41, I believe, right? Something like that.
I probably would have said it's like 67.
No, last year's score was
like
69 or
something
40.
like 71.
Maybe he could have looked real smart right there. Maybe 80.
That's all good. That's all good. I don't gotta look smart. I'd rather be smart.
There you go.
All right. So here we go. We got a next one. I think it's on you, Buttons. We got Baylor, the Baylor Bears versus the Fighting Mullets of Oklahoma State. All right.
The Mullets.
So, I'm also calling them the Fighting Mullets, right? Always the Fighting Mullets, because we are all men. I guess
nice
I am
mullet.
A man.
Nice mullet.
I am a man.
I am a man.
Talk about me.
All right. So Buttons, who you got, man?
So in my email to you, I did say that this was another tough one for me. I think it's that C-double hook that's just getting me. But give me Baylor in a very close game, I think. Very close.
I'm going to jump on that. I agree. That hook is out. Give me the Baylor. Give me Baylor.
I think Oak State's not getting enough respect.
No.
I mean, they were just ranked for like last week. They were still in the 20. So, and I mean, Baylor coming off a big win with against Iowa State, but I'm gonna still go with the Fighting Mullets right here.
Fighting Mullets.
I'm not worried about that hook.
No,
absolutely. I'm not worried about it either.
Yeah.
They aren't playing in that weird place of Waco, Texas. I also agree.
Are they playing at Oklahoma State? Are they playing in Stillwater? Where are they playing at?
They are in Stillwater. OK State is just like they're the same thing. They're the Rodney Dangerfield. They're not getting any respect. Give me Oak State.
I ain't gonna lie, Oklahoma State has bit me in my butt this whole season when I bet against them. So I figure, you know what? I'm not betting against them in a game like this at home.
I don't think I've bet against them yet. I bet against them yet.
Yeah, until I bet against them, I lose. So guess what? I'm taking them at home to cover. I mean, I think they should be a touchdown favorite at home against Baylor, but they're only 3.5. So I'm going Oklahoma State.
That sounds like you're getting them on a parlay.
Oh, you know that. I already got my parlay list sitting here somewhere. I got it. I got it written down. I know I'm going all money line parlays. I ain't using no spreads. All money lines. All right. So
JB does a 20 teamer parlay. I'm just joking.
20 teams. Those parlays, man, they're sucker bets.
Hey, Buttons.
Fool's gold.
I did a 8-team NFL parlay last week. And I did all money lines except one.
7-1.
I hit all the money lines. And I picked the Chiefs and the Chargers to go over 54.5. And guess what? The Chargers missed 2 extra points and the score ended up being 54. That's how it is sometimes, man.
That's the hook, Chris. That is the hook.
That's how it is. So our next pick is the next team. We got Oregon versus Stanford. Oregon is looking like Oregon has to play with a chip on their shoulder if they want to remain in the discussion to go to the college playoff. And yes, the Pac-10 is hurting, but all they got to do is win. All right. So I got them going into Cardinal Stadium, whatever they call the stadium there in Palo Alto, right?
Palo Alto, yeah.
And wherever it is, Oregon gonna come in there and put the hammer on Stanford this weekend. I got Oregon covering easily.
I will join you. This used to be an interesting game where all those years there have been a few years where Oregon would be rolling and somehow the Cardinal would get them. But this is not the same Cardinal team. Oregon rolls.
Yeah, I think it's called they're at Stanford Stadium is what it's called.
Okay.
It's not
some name.
Not very
name
creative,
yet.
but
No name.
Not very creative, but
the Stanford Cardinal, not even an S, but go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, so Oregon, as good as they've been playing, they're kind of up and down. They look really good against Ohio State. Didn't they almost lost the first game? Remember, they were struggling backs against the wall first game.
That is true.
And then they don't look great against Arizona, so they're kind of up and down. I don't think they can play that way and beat Stanford, but I still think they're just a better team overall. So I'm going to take Oregon just because I think they have way more talent there.
What you got, C-Double?
All right, this is my one flip, JB, on the documentation I gave you. I'm flipping on this.
Oh, C-Double the Gemini.
Hey, look, real time flip. I mean, it was doesn't matter. I'm going with Oregon on this one, minus the 8. Doesn't matter where they're playing. Oregon, that is my one team that on the outside looking in, trying to climb the ladder to get to the CFP conversation. You know, you need somebody to come down the ladder. I'm gonna loop back to Iowa, getting upset at College Park against Maryland. That's my third mention on the broadcast, so I'll eat crow next week. But I'm going with Oregon, and I think Oregon is going to climb into the conversation with a significant, eye-catching victory.
Hey, is doing drops. Somebody said thanks just now.
All right, Buttons, what you got?
D-Double with the last minute change. Have you been cheating off my sheet?
I know.
I had a message in my email for Tanner McKee. He needs to meet Kayvon because Kayvon Thibodeau about to wreak havoc in this game. Give me Oregon.
Nice. All right.
That's our first. Is that our first consensus? Is that?
Yeah, and Rodney had Oregon as well.
There it is. First
All
one.
right. All right, here we go. Next game, we got Arizona State versus UCLA.
Big one.
UCLA is favored by 3. Buttons, who you got here?
Ooh.
I think UCLA rolls here. I know Joey likes UCLA. Give me Ucla.
Ucla. There you go.
Right.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Yeah, it looks so pretty written down, UCLA. It just looks so pretty when you look at it. But the facts say, give me UCLA -3.
All right. OC double on UCLA. All right.
I
Chris.
know Joey. I know where he's going. So I'm gonna go. I might be island here, but I'm going Arizona State.
Ooh, there's an island coming.
Ooh.
There's an island.
Oh, yes, you love Chip Kelly, right? Because he
Yeah, we
He
know. We
molded
already
his
know
play.
that.
Another step closer to molding this
He
program.
molds.
Another step closer. Give me the Chip Kellys.
Well, I got to tell y'all this. If there's anybody who I wouldn't mind spending time with on the island is talking football, talking analytics, it would be my man Chris. So I'm joining you, Chris. I'm taking the Sun Devils here.
There you
I'm
go.
going
Sun
Arizona
Devils.
State.
The Herm
I'm going
Edwards.
Arizona State here.
The Herm
All right.
Edwards, Joey.
Herm Edwards. You
There's
know
so
why?
much-
Do you know why I took Herm Edwards C double? Because you played to win the game. You played to win the game.
That's right.
Okay? And that's what me and Chris are doing. We're playing to win, buddy. Let's go. All right. And we got one more pick. Our bonus pick for the week. Like I told y'all before, at the end of the year, if you hit a bonus pick, you get a little extra added to your total, a little taste, like my man C double like to say, a little taste of the extra. And we got a big game here. We got a big game here. We got the Horns, the Texas Longhorns, another team that's being totally disrespected versus TCU. TCU just got beat by SMU.
They did.
They got beat by Southern Methodist. And they pretty much couldn't stop Southern Methodist from putting up 42 points. If you have watched Texas play and you watch Texas games and scores, you know Texas does one thing. They go big either by losing or winning. They go big.
Yes, they do.
They go big.
Yes,
It's either they lose big or they win big. Let me tell you, this week, Texas is going to win big. Give me the Longhorns.
I made the mistake of picking against them. I picked Texas Tech against them. I will not do that again. Give me Texas going big.
They put 70 on them, boys?
Yes, they did.
Put 70 on them.
They doubled them up.
They C doubled them up, huh?
Yes, they did.
They C doubled them.
What you got, Chris?
Andy Dalton is not walking through that door.
He ain't coming over there.
Jalen Rager is not walking through that door.
He ain't coming.
Jerry Hughes is not walking through that door.
He ain't coming. He ain't coming.
So I'm going Texas here.
Okay. Well, we'll see what Buttons does, but the Tyler Rose is walking through that door. Okay, Earl Campbell is coming through that door, and I'm going with Texas.
Consensus.
We didn't even drop LaDainian Tomlinson. What the heck?
He ain't coming. Buttons.
Okay, let me throw a little bit of knowledge here. On all of you.
Come on, Buttons.
91 times these two teams have met. Texas has 63 wins against this team.
Okay.
But TCU has won 7 out of the last 9 against Texas.
Oh, you better have a horn frog under that desk.
But not so fast. The TCU's defense has given up 181 yards per game on the ground.
Okay.
That's good for 99th in the nation. 99th. Texas rushing attack is in the top 10. The Longhorns are going to run all over them. Give me Texas.
There it is.
Nice. There you go. That's our picks for week 5.
Oh, you better wave. You know.
Yeah, hey, if the link is up there, my man C Double asked earlier, can I find the link? Like the Hawks, I got links everywhere. C Double, they out there. We keep shooters in CJ Square, man. We keep shooters, man. We do. We shooters. We keep them. So check the links, see how we doing. Make some comments.